it's Natalie, and I have the October 2023 cherry box here from A Cherry on Top, and I am making a Halloween layout with the awesome things in that kit. So I'm just showing some of the items I'm going to use. I have these two photos of my son in his Halloween costume last year, and I want to use that star asmic background, and I want to incorporate these other two pattern papers. I'm just trying to kind of figure out the way I want to do it. I'm going to use the sequins and make a shaker. So I decided to add in a little bit of plain back cardstock from my stash to just kind of mat everything and break up some of all the pattern. So I give a nice border to the star background, and then I'm going to cut down this pumpkin paper because he had a pumpkin mask on, and then I'm going to back it also in the gutted portion of that black cardstock. So I just kind of cut it down. I think it's like 7 by 9. I'm going to first of all, ideally, you will rough up those edges before you add your adhesive to not get any little paper bits on it. But, you know, sometimes I roll a little backwards. So I'm going to cut down that, and then I'm going to, again, rough up the edges of the black. I haven't roughed up the edges of the border because it's gutted, and so it'll be easier to do once I adhere the background paper onto the border of the black. So that's what you'll see me doing here soon in a sec. That's what I'm doing there. I just stuck some adhesive all the way around the edge of that rectangle, and now I'm going to rough up the edges of the black. So I have a little cohesion with all the distressed, and it just kind of goes with my style. So this is a collection pack from Cartabella that is in the cherry box from 2023. I'll put the link down below, but I did have an unboxing of the cherry box so you can see what else in it. Now I'm cutting a rectangle. No, I'm cutting a square out of this plaid paper, and I'm just going to slice it diagonally down the middle so I have two triangles. I'm going to give it the same distressed treatment on the edges, and it's going to sit on my middle rectangle like that to add just another pattern paper. Next, we're going to work on my shakers. So I grabbed these two little nesting star dies. They're from Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm going to use this pretty basic black paper from the Cartabella Happy Halloween collection. And I'm just kind of slicing down a few sizes to run through my Big Shot with these nestling dies. And so I'll put the die, the smaller size inside the bigger size, so I just get an outline of the star. I did it with two different sizes, but the smaller one kind of gave me a very skinny border of the star, so I decided not to use it. I'm just going to use the two that are the same size, and I'm going to give it a white background. I have some acetate sheets from Cherry on Top that also I cut, which you can't see very well, but I cut the same size star out of that acetate. I'm going to use this cherry tape to adhere all the way around the star border, the black one, and then I'll stick my acetate star to that. So I will have like a clear shaker top with the black border to hide the adhesive. And then that will be the top of my shaker. So I said it was kind of hard to see the adhesive. It was the exact same size. So if you get it a little offset, it doesn't really matter. So you can trim it off a little bit. But there you can see I have the acetate sheet stuck down to the border. And now I'm grabbing my cherry foam tape, and I'm going to run that all the way around the border once the transparency is on it. So it will give it a little bit of a cavern to store those sequins. And those sequins are from Picket Fit Studios. They're in the cherry box, and they are called candy corn, and they're adorable. They have little pieces of candy corn, they have little bones, they have sprinkles, and they have sequins. So they're super cute. So I made this foam tape border all the way around the outline of the black star, and I kind of left no gaps, because if you leave gaps, then your sequins will fall out. Pro tip, take all of the backing off your adhesive before you fill with sequins. And that is because once you have it filled with sequins, if you're struggling with it, trying to take the backing off, which is not always super easy, all your sequins will probably spill out, pop out. Then I fill it up a little bit, and then I sandwich it with the white background star. I stuck that to my hand a little bit, and you could see that some of the sequins started popping out. I also wasn't able to kind of smash down that white background perfectly, so I am going to trim it up, which is what you see me doing right here. But as long as it's not trimming away all of the foam tape from the edges, then it's not going to let any sequins escape, so we're good to go. So I have two sequin shaker stars that I made, and then these stickers that are in the kit. are from Jolie's Boutique, and they are also shakers, and they're shaker pumpkins. So I thought that that would be perfect to pair with my stars. We know that design principles tell us that, you know, an odd number is pleasing to the eye. So we have 3 shaker elements, which I really appreciate. And it really is similar to the mask that my son wore for his costume. I had to make him take a shot with the mask off, so we made sure to know who was in the costume. So I love a good title, but I'm actually going to just use that Happy Halloween banner as my title this time, because I've got a lot going on here. And I just love the simplicity of it. There's not much to say about his Halloween costume. And it's just like, you know, him posing in it for you know, posterity. So right now what you see me doing is I'm applying Tim Holtz matte texture paste, and it's a clear matte, but I'm applying it through this star stencil, and it's just going to be used as my adhesive for that lovely fine white Moxie glitter that you see over there on the right next to the sequins, and that comes in this cherry box. So you see me sprinkle it on here, and it's really beautiful, and once it adheres to this texture paste or this mixed media paste, then it will dry, and essentially it's like glue, and it will adhere down your lovely glitter and give you nice shine. I like it because it's not too much, but it just gives a nice simple glowy shine to the top of my page. So I've backed both of my photos with some white cardstock just to help them stand out from the pattern papers, kind of the same idea of doing the black papers with the other patterns. And trimming them up here, kind of give it even border around the photo. Now I'm going to start committing and sticking down all of my paper pieces. I know, you know, they're not changing. They're going where they're going. I have to do that in order to keep the stars there. But I'm liking it. I'm really liking the way those triangles look. And then I'm going to layer the photos on top of that. I'm actually going to overlap them a little bit. And I feel like that gives a nice cohesion to the page. It gives meaning, kind of indicating things were meant to go there. I kind of create a little visual triangle with my shaker elements, and now I'm gonna just kind of place this Happy Halloween title from the Jolie's Boutique banners that come in the cherry box above the lower photo, and then I'll just create a little cluster down there on the left. This went by fast. Find me on the blog today on A Cherry on Top. I'll put that down below, and I'll also link to the cherry box. You have until September 25th to subscribe and ensure that you get a box. And if there are any left over, they will sell some, but I would suggest subscribing just so you don't miss out. This is a really great Halloween kit, and it's a good deal because you also get that washi tape that I wasn't able to use up here. Like I said, I'll link down below as well with the actual unboxing so you can see everything that was in it. But it's a good collection. It's a great price, so definitely less than what you would pay if you bought everything individually. So now I'm just creating a little sticker cluster with the sticker sheet that comes in the Carta Bella collection kit that's in this cherry box. And it also comes with these dies, and they're so tiny and cute. I think I'm going to get a ton of use, especially out of the bat dies. I just kind of have a thing for bats on a Halloween layout. So I cut some bats out of a little tiny scrap of that black paper I was using. And then lastly, I'm just going to go to the sticker sheet, and there are bats on there, and they have a white border. So I thought that would be fun to kind of mix and match with the black cutout bats. Kept it with an odd number, stuck with 7, but I felt like that filled out the top very nicely, and we're going to call it a layout. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to put those links down below where you can subscribe, where you can find me on the blog, and the link to the video for the unboxing so you can see everything before you go subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye, y'all.